This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
Hey, yo.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dudes paid in full, gunning to be the best.
We're wrestlers in a wrestling ring. Let's just freaking wrestle.
The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else you may find us fine on a recording and live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty Jay, that is TWK.
Makers, titties, there's a lot of good wrestling this week.
Even the Fed had a couple of good ones in there, too. So that's how you know it was a good week for wrestling. Joining us, as always, actually, I'm going to do a little reverse. You know Shintigercurl's here, but I need to bring in the Shade so he's allowed to laugh. Our guest, as you'll know, we watch Ring of Honor, he watched Ring of Honor, so he's here for it. The Shade's joined us as well.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I'm back again, ready to rein these two chuckleheads in over here.
And speaking of chuckleheads, the reason why I do that because I've been told to there's this chick. So as you know, ladies and gentlemen, Shintigercurl.
You ruined the shtick.
Wait, what?
You ruined the shtick.
Fuck.
I wanted you to introduce me first, and then I was gonna say something like, "Oh, we got another 3-man booth going around." Yep, nothing but 3-man booth. And then you'd say, "What are you talking about, 3-man booth?" And then and I just look at the chat and I go, "Jackson!"
Oh no! Oh
no! You ruined it, Matty.
No!
Hold on.
I didn't know. I did not know.
Yeah, that means I gotta hit this button on you, Matty. I'm sorry.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Soiled it.
I did. I'm sorry.
God.
I was trying to be kind, give you the space so we could all laugh, but no, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Matty, is your name Scotty by chance?
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
No, so. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another case of Matty Carr strikes again.
Yeah. God damn it.
That joke will never die.
It'll never die. Ever.
What time is it? It's botch o'clock.
No. It's Matty o'clock, mother.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
The original Sin Cara apparently just had one hell of a good tag match, tagging with Rocky Romero in Mexico.
Yeah, apparently he did.
For him, at least, I guess his botch powers only work outside of Mexico.
That would explain a lot.
I think it was the fact that they put him in dark lights and put a mask where you couldn't see out of.
Yeah, look, how can anyone see out of that fucking thing?
Especially in dark lights where it's like, all right, just the darkest of dark gold lighting. Okay, and start flipping.
And jump on that trampoline.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, he couldn't speak English. At least not enough.
But then again, most luchadors aren't hired for their promo abilities.
Okay, we're gonna do an arm drag takeover. Okay. Arm drag takeover. Okay. Arm drag takeover. See, trabajo.
Apparently, CJ has heard enough of a joke I made today at work. I can't even remember what joke I made.
The Scotty doesn't know thing.
Ah, wow, I'm surprised. I thought I was the first one to make that joke in like 20 years.
People are still making that joke?
I know, that's what I'm
Apparently.
saying.
Anyway, so my apologies for that. You dubbed. We need the substitute teacher to fuck me to tell me I fucked up.
You fucked up. You fucked up. You fucked up.
Oh, allow Shin.
Yeah,
You done messed up, mate.
Maytai. Did you read it properly? It says Matty.
Say your name right.
Matty.
Maytide.
Matty.
Maytide.
Matty.
Maytide.
Matty.
You want to go to war, mate, with me, Maytide? We can go to war, Maytide.
First off, Mr. Teacher, we ain't in class. This is my show. My name's Matty.
Maytide.
Teach. Matty. Say it.
Am I the only one going crazy? I'm probably going crazy. Am I going crazy to Shades?
That's shades, sir.
Son of a bitch!
Had to redeem it, folks. Had to redeem it. All right, let's get to it. We got a little bit of stuff to talk about before we get to the meat in hand. Of course, Ring of Honor final battle happened. The majority of us in this call did watch it, so we will be discussing that as always. We got the Dynamite. We got the Rampage. We are looking at some of you did not watch Ring of Honor because it was an afternoon show, and of course NXT Deadline is happening right now. I don't have it on the screen because I decided to put the Sportsnet/WWE Network on pause for Christmas because they ain't got no fucking pay-per-view in December, which is it's actually kind of enjoy the break. Not gonna lie. But it is ongoing. We're taking a look at the results. And JC, if you want to see something, obviously, if you see something stupid or worthy of our attention, let us know. And right now, it's Pretty Deadly versus the New Day. And yes, New Day are on the card.
Come on, New
for
Day, win those
NXT.
belts. Win them all.
There you go. That being said, so that's going on. We have your winners and losers and all that stuff. Couple things to discuss here. Obviously, we're on this week, but as many of you have noticed, apparently a Rageful Eric, that Alba Fire Isla Dawn ending was awful, apparently.
That's unfortunate because here, though, I know Abba Fire is a great worker. Pretty sure Isla Dawn is as well. So
You know what? It could have been one of those screw ups, and if that's the case, we'll get to that. And then the Ring of Honor All Elite side of things.
Sin Cara's like, all right, you guys have the botch powers now. You deal with it, see how it feels.
And yeah, the big. I'll get to the card once we get to the clip of the week, there, JC. We'll discuss the results as they appear there. For those who are listening live and the VOD, this is the last show before New Year's Eve. We are. There's no pay-per-views, of course. There is winter is coming, so the idea is. So beyond that, I mean, yeah, we might miss some new stuff, but it's December unless the hit fits the fan. I can't talk this evening. I don't know if you noticed. Long story short, we're off for the next couple of weeks. Next week, because I honestly was one of those weeks where I'm like, oh, so I knew what the clips were going to be. I knew what the steer was. I did not feel like doing it. So there's your sign. And two, next week, the week after that, it's Christmas Eve. And I am not making any one of these four guys jumping on a call with me going live on Christmas Eve.
Also, JC says that Roxanne Perez is the number one contender. Yes, put the
She
belt
is.
on Roxanne. Do it.
She is. I was going to bring it up, T-Dub. We're going to do it after the clip.
Hey.
We got to take our business
Hey,
first. I got to tell people we're off for the next couple of weeks. But for your patience, as I mentioned, because some people in this call aren't. If you indulge us with the 2 weeks off, ladies and gentlemen, the last show of the year, you know what it is. The best and worst of 2022. Oh boy, we're going to need that time off, boys. I don't know about you. I'm going to have to rewatch some wrestling. So, December 31st, the best and worst of 2022. That's the show. That is what's going to happen. That being said, JC brought it up. Well, we're actually, before we get to the clip, I may as well bring it up since you guys are impatient about discussing the shit that's happening right now. Roxanne Perez won the Iron Survivor Challenge. She is the number one contender for the NXT Women's Championship. It was Zoe Stark, Jade, Kiana James, and Indy Hartwell were the other participants. And Isla Dawn defeated Alba Fire, and apparently in a crap match. It was a singles match, is what it was. And currently going on is Pretty Deadly versus the New Day. And Rachel Eric, we're not doing that.
That too soon. Wait
Too soon, Bub.
We're end of the month.
End of the month. End of the year. Some of you are excited. I don't blame you. I love doing this show. And it's the New Year's Eve special. I always love doing live streams on New Year's Eve. This is nice. I'm looking. I am happy, boys. I don't know about you guys.
I got nothing to do, so
I'll be sure to bring extra caffeine for that.
Hell, dude, well, however you celebrate New Year's, go right the fuck ahead. Also, Tina thinks it's going to be a 4-hour show.
I know I'm wrong. It's going to be 5 hours. I'm sorry.
Don't even need to scream it at this point. Anyway, that's for a couple weeks, but that's for a couple weeks on the line. For right now, though, we begin, as we do, with the stuff of things. I don't have a clip because it's a 1 hour turnaround, really. I ain't doing Ring of Honor clips that fast. However, we do have a clip. And this week, promo of the week belongs conjointly with Maxwell Jacob Freeman and Ricky Starks. Pretty Ricky, they call him. And, well, MJF had his standard good promo. You've all heard it by now, I'm sure. But we must do deference to what will be a star-making performance, at least on the stick, by one Ricky Starks. Pretty Ricky, they call him. Take a listen.
Well, Maxi Pad, I think it's pretty... I should have expected a fifth-rate Roddy Piper. I should have expected a fifth-rate Roddy Piper wannabe to come out here and try to steal the spotlight. Oh, you trashed the city. Oh, you trashed the people. Hey, how much more shtick do you got? Because the low-hanging fruit is running dry, partner. Now, every single week you come out here, you smell like paint thinner and ass. You spray tan your eczema. If you took your shirt off, your back would look like you laid in an ant pile for 7 hours. You got some crappy shoes on. It's never ironed. The shirt is too small. The shitty scarf and the terrible ass haircut. And you think that you're better than moi? Give me a break. Everything about you screams cheap. The cheap suits, the cheap shoes, the cheap heat. Oh my God. And you are a new AEW champion, huh? Well, here's the thing. With that AEW championship comes a big responsibility that you know nothing about. The difference between you and me is that when these people got behind me, I gave them a reason to keep going. When they put faith in you, you let them down. When Regal believed in you, you let him down. But brother, when it comes to Ricky, I deliver on time, every night, every week, every month. And you can take your little ass to Greece for 3 months because, oh, you didn't get paid enough because, you got out politics by somebody smarter than you. But the fact remains is that I've been here busting my ass. You want to talk about responsibility? Let's talk about the fact that you avoid responsibility. You avoid any type of pressure. I show up to signed meet and greets where you don't care. You just blow it off because, hey, everybody hates Max, so he has nothing to lose, right? Yeah, guess what, buddy? There comes a lot of responsibility when it comes to people actually liking you. And besides your nose being a lot darker than the rest of your body, me, on the other hand, I live with dignity, I live with respect. You know nothing about that. When I lived in my car in South Austin, guess what I was doing? I was grinding. I knew the responsibility of taking care of myself. When it comes to that woman right there, it's my responsibility to get her a car, to get her a house. And you think because you pay people, because you kiss ass, that Maxwell, I'm better than you, that you can get whatever you want. Please give me a break. Next week is a big deal because I'm putting up and I'm shutting you up for once in your miserable, narcissistic, little punk-ass life. You don't deserve this, but I do. YouTube, guess what? Been there, did that, busted my ass to get here. Never needed a name to make it right here. And I don't need a name to beat your little ass. I am Ricky Starks. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down right now. Next week, I'm smacking the mole off your neck. I'm stomping an asshole right into you, and I'm taking that title.
There you go, Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky!
Oh,
Pretty-
man.
Pretty
Both.
Ricky, what you call him?
Thank you. Both of them in that promo segment. Genius. And then, of course, they fuck it up by saying, by the way, their match next week is for both. So, guess who's winning next week? Thanks, Tony! Fucking idiot.
Nice, yeah. There was, I mean, I understand, have the title match, but let him fight a separate match for the Diamond Ring so that you can get the ring off of Max, because he can afford to lose that. He can afford to lose a little bit. But by doing that, you've now guaranteed that he's going to have that ring for another year. That just doesn't make any sense at this point. You should have taken it off of him.
Or at the very least, have another match so he can have some unpredictability there.
Or at least let Hobbs steal it.
All right. Obviously, a Rage Relator wants to talk about NXT for a bit. So the card, as follows, as I mentioned, quadruple Eddie spot is what he says. Okay. I don't have it on, folks, so if you want to spoil ahead, just don't fucking shove it all over our place, right? For those who aren't watching, they might be sensitive to spoilers.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what's going on there. We'll update. I believe our fans will update us on that. But first things first, there's a pay-per-view that happened today, as a matter of fact. It ended around 7 o'clock, so we may as well talk about that. I only passing mention is what he says. And Rage Flair, don't worry too much about it.
Yep, you're good.
JC, AEW does seem to have to let their new champ take a loss this soon in their reign, so even if it was too many matches, I wouldn't expect Max to lose the ring, is what JC said. Fair. Still, like, you're trying to build a dude like Ricky Starks. I mean, semantic details at this point. Anyway, semantic details. Ring of Honor. I can't talk to the Jesus carbonation. Ring of Honor final battle today, December 10th, 2022, in the College Park Center in Arlington, Texas. 12 matches, 4 of them on the 0 hour pre-show. Son of a gun. I'm not as good as Jay Hunter with the honey barbecue mustard KFC pre-show domino thing. I don't know. But card is as follows. Jeff Cobb defeated Mascarada Dorada in 7 minutes in a beautiful opener.
Absolutely. And I got to comment on this because first of all, this is my first ever Ring of Honor pay-per-view that I've ever watched. This is my first Ring of Honor anything aside of appearances on AEW. So this was new territory for me. But the first time I saw Mascara Dorada, I had to laugh because I was not familiar with this man or his entrance attire. And the first thing I said, or the first thing that came to my mind the minute I saw him walk out with his entrance attire, when did Gokai Silver become a wrestler?
Most people know him better as Grand Metalik in WWE.
He was Grand Metalik in WWE, for those who don't know.
I did not see much of Grand Metalik, so I did not know that was him.
He was on 205 Live, to be fair, so...
I know, I've heard of Grand Metalik. I remember, Lucha House Party, but I never saw much of him. Anyway, so for those who don't know Mascara...
Paint us a picture there, sir.
He came out, of course, luchador mask, full tights and everything of it, but he had this shield, kind of shield thing, much like the Green Ranger from Power Rangers, but more specifically, more like Gokai Silver Gold mode.
For those of you at home, watch Power Rangers only, though. Why would you watch Super Mega Force? The shield from Super Mega Force Silver when he had the battle armor mode.
Because he had a whole bunch of other masks plastered on this thing, like little masks on this shield, and it looked ridiculous, like in that good way, that good kind of just holy shit. It will immediately grab your attention.
I know it's not an isolated issue. I know Lucha House Party came out as a Megazord one time with their entrance gimmick.
I think it's safe to say they're a fan.
Yeah. And Rachel Valeric started. Yeah, that's the one. Yep, thank you, T-Dub. Google it for you folks. Yeah, basically, it's the shield, except it's different masks, essentially, instead of...
I wouldn't call it a shield. I'll call it shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Well, it covers... It's if it was just the shoulders, I'd be thinking, but it goes all the way down to his stomach.
Well, then I guess one you might call it armor, then.
It kind of armor,
yeah.
I call it a shield because it looks like the Green Ranger's shield thing from...
There it is for you folks out there.
You see that, and immediately you're thinking, when Gokai fucking so. And now that I know that they're Power Ranger / Sentai fans, I'm willing to bet this was intentional.
Yeah, I see it.
And I don't even think this is the first time he's worn this specific attire.
No, it's not.
Apparently
He's
it's
worn
not,
it
but
before.
it's the first time. It's the first time I've seen it, and that's why I had to comment on it. But getting back to this match. You got speed versus power here. I mean, you've got Mascara, who is definitely the speedster of the group. He's a luchador. That's what they do, and he definitely lives up to that. And then you got Jeff Cobb of the United Empire, and he is the big boy.
He's the chungus.
And yes, he's a chungus. And they definitely did a pretty good job with those clashing styles, being able to do the kind of the back and forth. Jeff Cobb definitely showing his power in this match. I definitely think it was a great opener. And I even commented, it's like, this is the thing with AEW / Ring of Honor, is that they don't hold back on the opener. They make sure that right from the jerk of the curtain, they're going.
Hey, they did not stop. Jericho Appreciation Society, that's Angela Parker and Matt Menard, taking on Cheeseburger and Isom, a.k.a. Shinobi Shadow Squad. 5:55. This is why I love the former 3.0.
2.0.
3.0 in the indies. It gets complicated, actually.
It does. But yeah, and also I had to comment on this, another comment about attire, because my daughter Jaina was watching, and when she saw Cheeseburger, she could not look at him because of his attire. She couldn't stand it. It was too colorful, it was too 80s looking, I think is the best way to put it.
Why? Everybody loves Cheeseburger.
I don't think she had a problem with him as a wrestler, and I think he did a great job in the ring. Yeah. It was just simply, she could not look at his attire.
Oh, that poor summer child.
I know.
Hey, you know what? A ring of longtime fans know who Cheeseburger is and love him.
Yeah.
And this was a comedy tag match, and people who were sick of the on-air shenanigans shtick that Menard and Parker have, I say watch this match and realize this is probably why they got hired in the first place. That comedy shtick is great in the ring.
Yeah, the thing I've always praised AEW for is that their comedy doesn't interfere with the wrestling; it enhances it. Guys like Danhausen, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker prove this because, yes, they do some comedy shtick early on, especially Parker, who is just absolutely wants to make sure he shakes Eli's hand in the early going, like just really wants to shake his hand. But when it's time to put up or shut up, those two, Parker and Menard, can fucking go. And they put up a hell of a... And Orange Cassidy is another good example. Yes, and you're absolutely right.
Absolutely.
But, like, when it's time to put up or shut up, Parker and Menard can fucking go. And they went tonight.
They took Stu Grayson and Evil Uno's place as the most underrated tag team in AEW.
I would agree.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that goes without saying. And Rachel Eric, she'd hate the Killer Bees shade or all of the 80s tag teams in WWF.
Oh, I even said she would hate the 80s, and she agreed. But her official response is a 3-year-old colored his pants.
Don't make her watch NXT 2.0 before the change.
Oh, she knows. She knows. She knows damn well.
Next, we had some women's action. Willow Nightingale defeated Trish Adora in a great 6 minute, short but great women's matchup.
Good job by my. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead and make your comment because I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, great job by future ex-wife number 95.
Of course. No, it wasn't criminally short. You know, when we say short, we're not talking WWE pre-Women's Revolution short. This was 6 minutes, solid enough match, and it's really 6 minutes was all it needed. And it was continuing to kind of showcase Willow Nightingale, who I have described now as AEW's version of NXT era Bayley.
Or if Bayley ate Bayley and then decided to be the deadlift 2 other Baileys.
Yeah. Because she's got that bulk to her, but she's also got that very happy, peppy, just full of life charisma to her that is so fucking infectious, I swear to God.
It's like Bayley did the fusion dance with Scott Steiner.
And somehow filtered out the crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should stress that. She's not crazy.
Yeah, she's not crazy, to our knowledge. So, you know...
Maybe that's her heel. Maybe that's how she goes heel, is that she's just so happy that it becomes unbearable.
Just wait.
That's the only way you can turn her heel.
Just wait until she busts out the Willow math.
Oh God!
But no, great match, and Trish Adora was also fantastic in the ring. Like there was no. Like, this felt like what a men's match usually feels like in terms of.
And Rachel Eric with the perfect analogy. Bayley, if she had Jordan Grace's body. Perfect.
There you go.
That's perfect analogy. And a wonderful throw.
Also, thanks for that image, Enigma.
Bayley Vor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No.
Yes.
Not my shit. Not into that shit, thank you.
Moving right along. Top Flight defeated the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. And yes, Top Flight, Dante and Darius Martin. And no one got injured.
It's a miracle! I have been making this joke ever since Top Flight came back a couple of weeks ago on Dynamite. I'm like, we were all just sitting there like, all right, let's start the clock. How long till Darius gets injured again?
They didn't get injured. Yay!
I would have gone cue Beethoven's Ode to Joy, but that works too.
Yeah,
that works too. Now, I'm gonna go. Let's go ahead and get the shtick out of the way because I know how this is. Because we know Tito's boy was in this match. Settle down, T-Dub. Settle down. Contain yourself.
Contain myself for what?
The fact that Matt Taven lost.
I'm sure there was some referee shenanigans.
There wasn't.
No, the only referee shenanigans was putting a stop to Maria Kanellis, who tried to interfere.
You mean try to improve the outcome of the match? I think that's what you meant to say. The reason it's
See,
good-
Shades? You should just left it alone.
It wouldn't be entertaining.
No, T-Dub is right. Maria had to do anything she could to make that match more interesting because Matt Taven was in
She
it.
didn't have to do too much. She looked beautiful tonight, by the way.
Even Jada commented on her outfit. She looked fucking gorgeous. And fair being fair here. All 4 of the men in this match fucking killed it.
They did. They had 11 minutes, 20 seconds. They used it.
It was nonstop, super fast pace. I mean, you expect that from Top Flight, but even the Kingdom was fucking just going full steam the entire match.
Do you hear that, Johnny Blood? Do you hear that?
Wait, John Blood hates Matt Taven?
No, he hates Mike Bennett.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, sorry to say, I'm going to have to disagree with him on that because both Bennett and Taven actually held a pretty good run against Top Flight. And they may have lost, but they definitely put up a hell of a fight against these guys. And yeah, they had to rely on shenanigans, and that backfired on them in the end. But Top Flight, Dante and Darius, holy crap. I love watching these guys wrestle because they are just... The choreography those two pull off. Like, if you're not a fan of flippy shit, you will hate Top Flight.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but if you enjoy flippy shit, these guys will quickly become your new favorite tag team. I'm telling you now.
Well, we know one person who didn't watch it, Braun Strowman.
I actually know, too. James E. Cornette probably joined him in that.
Fuck you, Jimmy. Straight up, just fuck you. I'm sorry. If you hate that match, if you watch this match and you hated it simply because it's flippy shit, fuck off.
That depends. Did he have anything to do with it?
Fair play.
I see what you're getting at. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You see, if Jim Cornette booked it, he would have been like, that was the greatest thing I ever did. These guys are going to be the next talent. If he didn't have anything to do with it, those guys are too flippy shit. They don't know nothing about selling. They should listen to me, Jim Cornette. Buy my book.
Yep.
Thank you,
that
fuck
sounds
you,
about right.
bye. My CD, that is. Thank you, Brian Zane, for that. Okay.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view proper. This is, speaking of, I wouldn't say horrible in this case, but speaking of screwed up endings, Blake Christian and AR Fox defeated La Facción Ingobernable. Yeah, Rush and Dralistico. With Jose, the assistant, and handsome Preston Vance. He looks handsome in that too. What can I tell you? They had a tag team match, and they had before we get to the finish. In fairness to the 4 gentlemen in the ring and the 2 that were at ringside, great opener.
Yeah. The match itself, up until the ending, was phenomenal. I mean, it's, AR Fox has been quickly proving himself. Though I will say, Blake Christian, oh boy, he was a little botchy. I will straight up say he was a little botchy during this match. There were a couple times he had spots where he completely fucked up.
That's surprising because in all the matches that at least we've seen on him on Impact, he's looked amazing.
I get the feeling the nerves probably got to him a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I think the nerves got to him because, he botched pretty bad in a couple of spots, and it was like obvious botches. So,
That being said, the finish, it was a roll up. It was a high action sequence. AR Fox gets the pin on Dralistico, and the ref counts to 3. And there's a moment of, oh wait, what's going on? And then the bell rings, and he won.
You could tell that this was not supposed to be the finish to the fact that it took the ref a minute to call for the bell. Like, he had that look of, wait, so we're ending it here? Okay, I guess we're ending it here. Ring the bell! And AR Fox is arguing with the ref about whether or not he got the 3. Like, he's like, wait, that was supposed to be 2, right? No, that's 3. Well, shit, holy crap, I won!
And
it was pretty obvious it was not the finish.
Most refs are told, shoot, if the shoulder doesn't get off the mat, oh well.
Yep.
And then Roosh took it personally.
Oh,
yeah, did he ever?
They've been trying to build a near undefeated streak with Roosh, and
he ain't
Dralistico
defeated
just
no
fucked that
more.
up. He just fucked that up, and the crowd knew it too. Because as they were doing the post-match beatdown to try to build their heat back, the crowd was chanting, "You fucked up."
Yeah,
the crowd knew what just happened.
No, that wasn't a beatdown. That was a celebration. They were celebrating with him.
by basically beating the holy hell out of AR Fox and Blake Christian.
Yeah, pendejo. Yeah, you won. Okay, I say you won. Come on outside. Let me give you this necktie. For all your wins. Yeah, you won. Yeah, here, have a seat, pendejo. Have a seat, pendejo.
Was that?
But you're beating me. Oh.
I have to ask, was that necktie Colombian?
Gee, how did you know?
Ah.
Hey, AR Fox, you're a winner.
Yeah. Now, thankfully, this was the only match that really got fucked up. And again, it still was a pretty good match overall, but it was the only match that really just was a total botch all around.
Yeah.
But, I mean, by default, worst match of the night, but not through any fault of any of the wrestlers at this point.
This is process of elimination more than anything else.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. A winner is you, AR Fox. Thank you, Rachel Merrick. Next up, Athena defeats Mercedes Martinez 13-10. She is the new Ring of Honor Women's World Champion.
Now, this was interesting because even though they've been trying to build Athena up as a heel over the past few weeks, one problem. They were in Athena's hometown for this pay-per-view.
Oops.
So she got the hometown pop. They were cheering for Athena even when she was doing heel shit.
And folks, she was doing heel shit.
She was trying so damn hard to get the crowd to hate her, and they were not buying it.
She tried so far, tried so hard, and got so far, but in the end, her hometown loved her too much.
Yep.
Again, no. Just
Tonight,
no.
Tonight, even if she suplexed a puppy, they still would have cheered for her.
It
true.
It was Austin WrestleMania 17. They were just not letting her be a heel. They popped when she got the pin on Mercedes.
Yep.
And Rage Flair again, Austin WrestleMania X7 all over again, my way or the highway. Enigma Extreme now, if Extreme goes, well, she could have gone full Kanye. No.
No, I think even that would have probably
That would have been too far.
No.
Let's not compare anyone in AEW or anyone in wrestling to fucking Kanye. Period.
Maybe Drake
Nobody
works.
deserves to be. Yeah, nah. You never go full Kanye. Thank you, JC.
Yeah, thank you.
To be fair.
Okay, only half Kanye. No, let's not even go half Kanye.
Corner now. Anyway, let me finish my comment here because, to be fair, Mercedes Martinez didn't really do all that much to build herself up as a face either. I mean, she wasn't she wasn't doing heel shit, but she wasn't exactly doing face shit either. She was kind of being neutral in all this, and I think
to be fair, she was injured for the most part.
She had been injured.
Tough
to build her up, but
kind of tough to build yourself up if you're on the shelf.
Which contributed a lot to what happened here, but basically, there was no chance for her to build herself up, and combined with the hometown pop, Mercedes didn't have a chance.
Yeah, but this was Athena's night. Regardless of how the crowd felt, she's been building herself up as a major heel with this heel turn of hers, and she needs a title.
Yeah, and she earned it. Over. She earned it though. Like she put on a hell of a match with Mercedes, and they both did a great job. Like there was no complaint for the match.
They threw hands, and honestly speaking, going forward, since it looks like ROH is about to get a TV deal with this whole thing, I'd say she's the better choice to be the face of the women's division for Ring of Honor.
TV deal is we'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to that.
Don't put Miro there, no. This will be great for the excess talent in AEW. Put him in Ring of Honor. You put Miro there. Have him face Joe. Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, now you're getting somewhere with it. Now I can buy that.
But then again, he's the TNT champion. Have him face Miro in AEW. Then again, Miro wants all the pagans. You mean House of Black? No, all of the pagans. All of them.
All of them.
You call
Basically, we just want Miro versus Joe in some capacity.
Yes.
You have something that I want, Joe. It belongs to me and my God and my hot wife. You wouldn't know anything about a hot wife. Would you, Joe? You may be a king of television, but you are a jester before the Redeemer.
I could totally hear him saying that.
Right? Right?
Totally hear
I just pulled that out of my ass.
That's a
just
perfect
literally
Miro
pulled that-
right there.
I pulled that out of my ass, literally.
It did.
Well, I'll just say your shit don't sink in that case.
Phrasing.
Phrasing, boom, moving on.
Yeah.
Jim keeps talking like his shit don't stink.
Swerve in Our Glory defeats, quote unquote, Shane Taylor Promotions. Shane Taylor and JD Griffey, who was in his Ring of Honor debut, and Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. The finish was Swerve got kicked by accident, decided to be a prick and leave, and Keith decided to, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna win on my goddamn own.
And he did. He fucking did it.
This will add more fuel to that old fire there, because when Swerve was left on his own, he got his ass kicked. Keith Lee left on his own, he did the ass kicking.
Yeah,
Indeed,
he really laid the smackdown on both these boys with that good old BBC.
Oh,
What?
BBC meaning
Big Bang Catastrophe.
What else could it
Thank you.
mean, Matty?
look. We're all four of us have dirty minds. We all know this.
Speak for yourself. Shin and I are wholesome people.
Bullshit.
I am a
Bullshit.
bullshit.
I am a supremely wholesome person who believes that friends can fuck.
Listen,
hold on.
Shin is a practicing Buddhist, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute here. I need to set something up for you guys real quick, because I need to press. I need to press the button for this. No, I'm doing you one better.
I'll take bull for 200.
Hold the fuck. Daily double.
Ah, you hit today's daily double.
Considering both of you are pulling bullshit. Yeah, daily fucking double. Anyway.
Oh, Enigma, Shin hears wholesome and goes, oh.
There you go.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Enigma.
Back to the match itself. Of course, before all the shit went down, great match. Of course, I really did like JD Griffey. He was really good, very fast, very quick. You know, he's got that MMA, or was it MMA or
MMA.
kickboxing?
MMA and kickboxing, yeah.
You
Muay Thai.
could definitely see that
Muay
MMA
Thai,
and kickboxing
yeah.
influence. Muay Thai. He definitely got that Muay Thai influence in the way he was fighting. He was very quick, a lot of quick strikes and things like that. And of course, Shane Taylor, very much considering him and Keith were former partners, you could definitely see how they worked well together. So you could see why they kind of had a similar fighting style. Definitely great. Definitely a lot of fun to watch. And of course, Swerve being Swerve. Sneaky Swerve.
Sneaky swear.
Sneaky Swerve. Trying to get some cheap hits in there, and Keith wasn't having none of it. And then, of course, the accidental hit fucked everything up. Oh, just the storytelling of this match. It was partly about Shane Taylor Promotions, because obviously the history between Shane Taylor and Keith Lee, definitely some history there. But the real story of the match was absolutely Swerve in Our Glory, the final nail in the coffin. That feud starts Wednesday.
Yep.
Straight up. If that feud does not
If
start
they're
Wednesday,
both
I
on
call
at
bullshit.
TV on Wednesday, that is the thing to do.
If they don't, I call bullshit.
If they're on TV, if they're not, and then obviously they'll have to do it when the next time.
TV and they don't, if they're on TV and they don't start a feud together against each other, I call bullshit. That's the
Fair.
straight up truth.
This is actually my first time watching Shane Taylor promotions.
I do the same damn thing. I keep getting productions when it's promotion.
Yeah. I've seen Shane Taylor live when he won the TV. He actually won the TV title from Jeff Cobb in Toronto.
Ah, cool.
So there's a neat little thing there. Shane Taylor was a TV champ. He looks big, but what you see is tip of the iceberg.
I figured.
Yeah, he's. I've seen quite a few of his matches. He is one hell of a wrestler. Goddamn.
Mm-hmm. But if These two dudes, both Keith Lee and Shane Taylor, are trying to lift each other like they're nothing. It's like, I would pay money to see that one-on-one. Just saying. The Embassy defeats Dalton Castle and the boys to get the six-man tag team championship.
You already know who I was rooting for.
Don wants it all, and he wants it now.
No, the Embassy.
Prince Nana.
Is that just because he likes all your tweets?
Yes. Yes, it is.
T-Dub?
Wow, you're
T-Dub,
cheap.
if you're allowed to like unconditionally like Matt Taven, he's allowed to like Prince Nana.
Yeah, he is
Let's be fair here.
Boy. He is the best. He is the manager of the year for my year end. That is the easy one. No one can compare to him. Don't even try.
But what about
now-
Paul Heyman?
Paul Heyman is on food stamps.
Moving on. Another great match. I'm still not 100% sold on the Embassy as a team. As they haven't really. They're just, to me, they just feel like your ordinary powerhouse team. They're just three big boys beating everybody up. It's a proven formula. It works, and it's not bad. It just hasn't sold me yet.
But what's
That
crazy is Brian Cage in there. Okay, he is a big swole dude, and he does big swole dude things. But this guy's got a lucha background. I actually was binging a little bit of Lucha Underground in the background this week, and it's crazy how good he was in that Lucha Underground.
Mm-hmm.
He was flying around with the best of them.
Yeah. So that being said,
Go ahead.
yeah, getting back to the match itself, though, Dalton Castle and the boys. I mean, we all know Dalton Castle's good. It's Dalton Castle. This guy's a former champ. He knows what the fuck he's doing. But even the boys, Brandon and Brent Tate, freaking killed it out there. They were fucking going.
Yes, they did.
And I think it was Brent who was the one that was screaming like Vega the whole fucking time.
Yeah. That was the running gag of the match.
Throughout the whole thing, you just hear, yeah, he sounded like Vega from Street Fighter the whole fucking match. To the point where even we were commenting, and I'm like, who the fuck is screaming like Vega? And then I realized, oh wait, that's Brent. Sitting over there cheering on Dalton and all that.
I was gonna go more for Adon, but yeah, I could definitely hear
that too. Yeah.
I could definitely hear Vega.
But he would. But both of them definitely put up hold of their own. Like, I can see why they were able to become six-man tag champs, because they fucking go. Like, they inevitably, when they break away from Dalton in some fashion, they're going to probably be a pretty decent tag team in the future.
Yeah, this was a good win for the Embassy. They needed it because, well, Embassy's got lineage. I mean, I think the Embassy might be an older faction than the Bullet Club at this point. They've been around a long time. And the people who have been in the Embassy is a literal who's who of wrestling greatness for the last, 15, 20 years. So this was a good way of reestablishing the Embassy for a new generation.
Though it's funny that this kind of only happened because Tully Blanchard left or was released from AEW, because Cage, Khan, and Toa were supposed to be part of Tully Blanchard Productions.
Got a list of the former members. It's a long one, obviously.
Very long.
Abyss, Alex Shelley, Claudio Castagnoli, Daisy Hayes, Jimmy Rave, Joey Ryan, Matt Seidel, Mia Yim, Moose.
Yep.
R.D. Evans, Sean Navarre, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yep.
And Xavier Puma. Ricky Morton was an outside associate.
Yep. Necro
Butcher in there, yeah. There you go. I'm not going to go. No need to go further. So there's a who's who in there for those wondering. Yeah, fun six-man tag. Glad Brian Cage got a belt out of this AEW deal, thankfully.
Yep.
Wheeler Yuta defeats Daniel Garcia by referee stoppage to regain the Pure Wrestling Championship.
Absolute banger.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you were right the first time. He time traveled back to 2013.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dave!
Thank you.
Son of a bitch.
I liked the storytelling of this match because Garcia did two big things right out the gate to put Wheeler Yuta on the edge. One, he took a closed fist punch, which you can only get one of those per match. You get one freebie. And enticed Wheeler to strike back the same way. So they both used up their warning punch right at the gate within the first minute. Then Garcia kept putting Wheeler Yuta in submission holds on the ropes intentionally to use up Yuta's three rope breaks. He did it. He did that twice, and then put him in a position where he had to grab the ropes for the third one. So he used up all of his rope breaks pretty quickly, thus put Wheeler Yuta in a position where he had no escape. He backed Wheeler Yuta into a corner for the entire match, making his inevitable comeback that much more satisfying.
By the way, a smart thing they did, they brought back the graphics to show you how many rope breaks they had left. Smart move.
That was a good thing. That was a good thing.
Yeah, and actually, if I remember correctly, Garcia never used any of his rope breaks throughout the entire match.
He did not.
He did not.
So yeah, that was perfect storytelling right there. That
And
he was willing to. His strategy was genius.
Yeah, this is actually a reverse of their last ROH match because last time on ROH pay-per-view, Daniel Garcia was the one to use up all his rope breaks and Yuta didn't use any.
Storytelling.
Yeah.
Yipper.
And this just makes my best of list. Like, both of these guys have improved vastly since joining their respective groups, so it's going to be hard pickings to say which one of them is the most
That
improved.
best list is going to be tough to make this year.
Oh my God, so many good choices on all
boy.
fronts. You got, I fear for you guys. I really do.
But
Good luck.
It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be fun.
But since Degar was in this match, you know what I got to do.
Of course. We got to do it.
Can't believe I lost. How did I lose this match? Chris Jericho's never going to forgive me. But enough about that. I'm going to go talk to an octopus. Hey, octopus, what's going on? You know, people they make a snack out of you. It's called takoyaki. You ever had takoyaki, octopus? Yeah, you're related to Jonathan Gresham. What's that?
There it is.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. Waiting
All
for
right.
that.
All right, good talking to you, octopus. I'll see you later. Say hi to your mother for me.
Oh, God. First off, we actually got to try takoyaki at Ranger Stop. Delicious.
Oh my God, that was so fucking good.
Indeed. Just don't let it stay for too long or it'll be hard chewing.
Oh no, we got it as soon as we got it. As soon as it arrived at our booth, we chowed down on that motherfucker.
Oh, we
Good.
did.
Good guys, good.
Oh yeah, fucking delicious.
We were starving,
Yeah.
so we were eating the crap out of that at our booth.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Wheeler Yuta has quickly Garcia has shown to be a good wrestler already, and he's really starting to step up. But Wheeler Yuta, holy fuck, has he stepped up? I think leaving the best friends was the smartest thing that guy ever did.
Mm-hmm. Gave him room
His
to
promos
grow.
are getting better. His ring work is getting better. He's fucking killing it, man.
His ring work was already immaculate at the start of the year. He just needed a little something extra, and that something extra was the Blackpool Combat Club.
Pretty much.
It really was. He fits in there so perfectly. He always kind of stood out in the Best Friends. Straight up, he did not fit. He just kind of stood out. But in the BCC, he fits like a glove.
I don't know. After seeing those skits, I'd say he definitely fits in with Best Friends.
I mean, he does. It just improved him to move into a different stable. Gave him an extra edge.
Iron sharpens iron.
There you go.
There's a shit ton of iron in that group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of sharpening,
oh God,
them blades, man, holy crap. Briscoes defeat FTR by referee stoppage in a double dog collar match for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship. It was 22-20, and the story of the match, Ow, fuck, everyone bleeds.
Oh, and when we say everyone, we even include the referee who did a fucking blade job.
Sorry, Mike Posey. We saw your hands move.
Yeah, near the end of the match, referee Mike Posey got accidentally clocked by Dax Harwood with the chain wrapped around his fist. So he does, and as Matty mentioned, we see him do a blade job. Unfortunately, he botched it because the next thing we know, the next second we see him, already has a full crimson mask.
Yeah.
But Batman, he fit perfectly with the rest of the crew because all four of these men, holy fuck.
Everybody bleeds.
Yeah, this was
everyone bled.
Holy good lord, everybody dies. It was not just bloody, because it was certainly as hell. It was sure as hell bloody, but it was also brutal. Like, I expected, from what I knew about the Briscoes and FTR, their rivalry over the last year or so, I knew this was going to be an intense match. Even I was not prepared for how intense this shit got and how fucking chaotic. From the gate, these two were out to kill each other.
Yep. This was the perfect end to their entire trilogy this year.
It really
was
easily a top contender for feud of the year. Easily a contender for match of the year, and if you're pedantic like I'm gonna have to rewatch Walter versus Sheamus at Clash of the Castle, because up until today, that was my number one pick for best match of the year. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to rewatch those two matches. Because holy shit, it's gonna be fun. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, wow, this is gonna be a tough pick.
Yeah. Just good. And a lot of great calls by Caprice Coleman.
And Ian Riccaboni.
And Ian Riccaboni. That suplex with Mark. Caprice was like, I don't care if he's hurt, I care if he's alive.
Yeah. I don't want to know if he's hurt, I want to know if he's alive. Great call. Absolutely.
That spot where Cash Wheeler suplexed him onto that pile of chairs. My back hurt watching that.
Ow, fuck the double dog collar match.
Pretty much.
One of my favorite moments. Cash throws a chair to Dax, and he says, "Dax, fucking murder him."
We heard that. We laughed our asses off. He kind of like the setup for it was basically Dax was about to Dax was about to basically whack I think it was Jay.
Jay. I believe it was Jay, and he was trying to wrap the chain around his head, but it kept slipping off.
Sorry, Dax, your head's too smooth for that. He tried so hard to wrap the chain around his head, but it just kept slipping off because there's nothing to hold it.
Yeah, JC with the perfect reaction. Oh shit, I have to rewatch Walter versus Sheamus. Wait. Hey, yeah, I get to rewatch Walter versus Sheamus. That's pretty much how I feel.
But then, he goes to hit him with the chair, and Cash is on the outside like, wait, no, don't do that, don't do that. And then he grabs the chair, throws it in, fucking murder him.
Yeah.
However, we do need to talk a little, of course we saw the Briscoes won, they got the tag belts back, and just as they're going back, we got to talk about what happens afterwards, because we couldn't leave it there, could we, folks?
Fucking ass boys.
Goddamn it.
Thank you.
The ass boys show up out of nowhere to try to beat down on FTR, and in a surprising move, in a show of respect, the Briscoes come back out and chase them off. So obviously the feud going forward is going to be FTR versus the Ass Boys. Thank you. Also, botch on the audio department, because right as Dax has the mic on in front of him and starts talking into it, they played the Briscoes music again because they figured that's the end of the segment. No, we're not done yet.
Cut the fucking music.
Because yeah, he basically says they're going after. They basically declare they're going after the Ass Boys now, so it's going to be on.
Now, which two of unfortunate souls have to follow that classic? Oh, hi, Samoa Joe and Juice Robinson for the Ring of Honor Television Championship.
Yeah, this match was pretty straightforward, honestly. I mean, it was
Good match. Crowd was just recovering from all of the violence, really.
It really was. Also, I had a moment during this when we were building, like when we were watching the packages earlier in the night, showing this building up for this match. I realized I had seen Juice Robinson before, and I hate that I recognized him here where I did. Mm-hmm. Because for those who don't know, Juice Robinson used to go by CJ Parker in NXT. That poor bastard.
He has improved greatly since becoming a young lion in the NJPW dojo, and especially since joining the greatest group in all professional wrestling, the Boy Club.
I would definitely agree. I think he's done phenomenal since he left NXT and has become a big star in New Japan and everything like that. Definitely a far different person than what he used to be. Because this match was absolutely great. But unfortunately, this was a case of this. I believe this was the one title that did not change hands.
No, it was the only one. Yeah.
And unfortunately, it was because there's no way they were taking the belt off Joe right now. He needs to have both the TNT and TV titles.
He is the king of television.
The king of television.
Wow.
So they had to keep the belt on him.
Wow, 2 Samoa Joes, and they're both double champions.
Ha!
Yep,
I see what you did there.
This just adds to more of his accolades, because currently he is the pastor of the Church of the Power Game. He is the mayor of Night Land, and now he is the king of television.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, folks.
No, but still, great match. And Juice, yeah, definitely. I hope we see more of him. I hope we see more of him.
Yep.
Well, we definitely will, since he is all elite.
That is true.
Very true.
With his cake.
Yep, he is there with his wife is there as well, former champion.
And in the main event of the evening, Claudio Castagnoli defeats Chris Jericho by submission to regain the Ring of Honor World Championship. Of course, if he had lost, he would have been forced to join the Jericho Appreciation Society, but that did not happen. And this was a great match between the two of them. I don't need to tell you that, but the finish, folks.
God.
Jericho tapped out to the giant goddamn swing.
He's not kidding.
He was like at 30 swings, and Jericho tilted the tap on the mat.
I was sitting there. We're just watching him swinging around and around. We're just gawking at how crazy it is. He's going this long. I don't think you and I saw the tap. We just heard the bell ring. We're like, wait, what?
I saw him like maneuvering towards the mat, and I'm like, oh, wait, what? No way. And he rings the bell. I'm like, what?
Yeah. He freaking tapped to the giant swing. I didn't even know. Like, now, looking at it now, I realized that, yeah, this makes sense because he is technically in a submission hold. He's holding Jericho. So technically it is a submission hold. It just never dawned on me that the giant swing could be considered a submission that you could tap to.
It was usually used as a setup, but Cesaro could keep it going for the longest time, and he kept it going for the longest time so much that it was either, oh God, keep belt or hurl, oh fuck it.
Well, he would have tapped out anyway, because I know what Swiss was going to do after this.
Sharpshooter.
Tell a bunch of dad jokes, I'm assuming.
Yep, just get a chair, sit in the ring, and he's like, "Hey, Chris, that's Halloween. I went to a costume party. Dredd is a screwdriver. I turned a lot of heads."
But yeah, great setup here. Of course, the JES did try to interfere, but it did not work, and they eventually got ejected. They knew that you couldn't have a JES match without some interference, so they had to pull that spot. But they in, They gave Jericho the bat. He got a clock in, but Claudio still kicked out. And then referee kicked their asses out, basically saying, no, we're not doing that shit tonight. Also, I think craziest moment of the match started right at the beginning.
Yep.
When right after the match starts, Jericho runs out of the ring and guns it straight for the commentary desk. And you hear Caprice just go, Riccaboni, run. And you just hear them suddenly rush up from their desk as Jericho comes
they rush out as Jericho chases him. Of course, Jericho gets clocked in the face with an uppercut.
I will say the one disappointment with this result is that I was hoping that the whole JAS would end with Garcia unseating Jericho as champion.
Obviously, a different motive, but I'm not going to complain. Claudio is he's a good wrestler.
Also, can we talk about the best part of this match? The Ocho chant.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God,
The best part. Let's say a countdown scenario hits. Ref goes 6, 7. And as soon as he says 8, the entire crowd, half a crowd goes, Ocho!
Ocho! Even when Claudio was getting the count.
Later, it's the turnbuckle punches to the face. 1, 2, and then 6, 7, Ocho! And then the entire crowd does it. If that is a new gimmick, a new running gag for Chris Jericho matches, please keep it going.
Both guys get knocked down. Ref goes for a standing 10 count. 7, 6, 7.
Ocho!
Ocho!
Thank you, Arlington, Texas, for that.
And a nigga in the chat. I have until Ocho!
Do it, Jericho. Do it.
Do it.
Make that a thing, please.
Yes. All right, boys. To those who haven't actually watched it, time to rate that son of a bitch.
All right. Yep, I'll start us off here.
Yep.
It was an amazing pay-per-view, honestly speaking. I can't give it the full 5 stars because there were botches all around. And also, Matt Menard, why did you have to bring your catchphrase to Ring of Honor?
To nipple so hard. Yeah.
Well, you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard?
No! Down, boy! Corner, now!
I think we can all guess what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard as diamonds.
I'm gonna kill him!
I know what makes his nipples hard. Waiting for the next chapter of my Zelda and Sonic fan fiction.
Yeah!
Well, if he's into bestiality.
Interspecies, not bestiality.
Maddie, I'm feeling murderous intent.
How do you think I feel? It's the only way to calm down T-Dub is friending the fact that the more exposure of that fanfic.
Yeah, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. T-Dub should know. I follow through on my threats. He's been booked before.
Very true. Oh, God.
I know, but
we have video proof of this.
That was literally a decade ago.
And yet it still proves that I'm willing to follow through on what I say I'll do.
I know, but it's been a decade since I've been in Florida. I can't recall going down there again anytime soon.
Who said you had to come down here?
Moving on.
Moving on. That being said, back to the pay-per-view. Yeah, couple of botches plus Matt Menard, and the Blake Christian AR Fox screw up, I think automatically disqualifies it from 5 stars. No matter whose fault it was a super big botch. So, but those 2 factors don't completely ruin the pay-per-view in any way. All the matches were fantastic. We had some great twists, some surprises here and there, some things that weren't surprising but handled well. Honestly, I definitely would recommend this pay-per-view. I'm giving this one 4 stars.
Shin?
Well, I have to mirror what the Shade said. Some botches, of course, can't give this a 5. Deserves a 5, but unfortunately the botches kind of shave those points off. But overall, excellent night of pro wrestling. Build was lackluster, but the payoff, this best of 2022 is going to be so hard, and this one doesn't make it any easier. So I'm going to be a bit more forgiving and say 4.5.
All right. I'm not going to be as forgiving, but look, this was still a fun card. This is still fun matches, recommendable matches. It's 4 out of 5 easily. Can't give them the full 4.5, but 4 easily. All right, so that's it. I don't know. Did you want to? No, T-Dub did not watch the pay-per-view, so I don't know if you want to read this son of a gun or not.
No, that would be pointless. Unfortunately,
that would be pointless. Before we get to the news, some people were talking about some updates about NXT. It is still ongoing. And new NXT Tag Team Champs, The New Day, they have reached the Triple Crown. Ross, SmackDown, and NXT Tag Champs, they got them. They defeated Pretty Deadly for those belts. And Grayson Waller won the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. He is the #1 contender for that NXT Championship, which is now in progress. Braun Breaker is defending against Apollo Crews.
Oh, wait. I just looked at Grayson Waller's Wikipedia page. Guess what his former ring name is? Matty Wahlberg.
Oh my God! I'm looking at the wiki. Yeah, he's not kidding. He is not kidding, folks.
More ammunition for Shintigercurl.
All right, we'll give you the result of that main event as soon as it is announced. Done. T-Dub, let us do some news.
First up, we have announcement on the Ring of Honor television deal, or I guess at the moment, lack thereof.
There was a post Final Battle Media scrum. Tony Khan said, Honor Club is back. $10 a month, all the pay-per-views, all the libraries there. Oh, and the TV will be there for now. It's essentially a soft launch. As far as future TV deals, they won't have anything until January. A lot of people were disappointed on Twitter. For one thing, I don't blame you, but on another, I get the feeling this shit is not in TK's control, though.
I mean, just looking at how chaotic Warner Brothers Discovery has been these past several months, I'm surprised any deal could get done at the moment.
Right? Like, the fact that AEW is still on TV is a miracle at this point with how crazy things have been with Warner Discovery. That, and then there's also smaller factors, something that's been constantly brought up, and if you notice, if you watch Dynamite, you probably got a hint of this, is that executives at Time Warner Discovery still do not want the Briscoes on television. They are still not letting go of that whole
Confederacy.
Flag belting.
To be fair, a lot of it is just the Briscoes being the Briscoes. But look, they're a good tag team. They're worth the time. Just not everyone likes the Confederate flag belt.
Yeah. So basically, that's a smaller factor, but still a factor that's probably holding them back from getting.
I'm more of in line with what T-Dub is saying. Things have been chaotic at Warner Brothers Discovery. I know, right? It's a fucking shocker, but still. Also, there's a shocker. I gotta do that. Gotta do the shocker bill thing. All right, but no, I'm willing to bet part of it is the Briscoes being the Briscoes. I don't think it's. I think it'd be like on a percentile. I think it'd be like 1 or 2%, considering the revolving door that is the executive core over at Warner Bros. Discovery. Because you could have a deal with someone and that fucker's fired and you got to start over again.
Yeah, that's probably the bigger issue. That's probably at least a good 80% of the problem right there.
Can you imagine how frustrating it must be for TK? Like, okay, we're good. We're good deal. Okay, okay. Just make sure don't get fired. What's that coming through your door? What's that? No. Well, why is that piece of paper pink?
You're fired. No. Hate all you want about Vince McMahon. There's at least one good thing we could still use.
Yep.
All right, move on to my next bit of news. Guess who was at WWE tryout this week?
Smiley Kylie Ray.
Yes.
A lot of people are dunking on it. Oh, she's not worth it. She's got mental issues. I'm like, folks, don't shit on don't shit on mental issues. They are fucking serious. And B, look, it's a tryout. Nothing could go. She could be signed with NXT tomorrow, or nothing of value will be lost.
If she gets signed and put in NXT, put the women's belt on her as soon as possible. She is that damn good. I've been following her essentially since her debut in pro wrestling when she debuted in Raw. She is so goddamn good, and she portrays a wholesome character so well. I'm also very proud of her sobriety. She's been sober for over a year now.
Yeah.
She's doing amazing. She's doing great.
Great stuff. Glad to hear it.
All right. So good for her. And people say, oh, she's going to be a failure because she's going to leave like halfway through her contract. It's like, folks, if it happens, it happens. But knowing WWE, they'll keep her under contract till when she gets her. They'll probably pay to make sure she gets her head straight anyway. So if she signed with the WWE, this could not. I don't see anything bad happening here.
Yeah, and
also keep in mind, it's still a rebuild, fuckers.
Indeed. Next, stay on topic of the women's division. Asuka has been teasing a return of her evil clown persona.
Basically, she's teasing the return of Kana.
Yep. They ain't ready for Kana.
No. You know when we marked out over Keishan Liger, when they ripped off Jushin Thunder Liger's mask and its makeup, and he goes all kinds of berserk. Believe it or not, double that with Asuka's clown character. No, I'm not kidding.
And with Triple H in charge, I actually there's actually a chance it could happen.
And that it won't be shit.
That too.
Yes.
we should emphasize that, all things considered.
Let's see. One question I have is, did Matt Riddle shit in Triple H's cornflakes these past few weeks?
What did he do? Like, he's hanging around with Elias for all we know.
I know, the guy just ever since he defeated Seth Rollins in a feud, it felt like he's just been a kind of a non-factor mostly. Mm-hmm. And then this week, he gets taken out, and the WWE Twitter account's like, Matt Riddle's going to be gone for 6 weeks. I'm like, how did he piss off Triple H so quickly? He won the feud.
I don't know if he is pissing off Triple H at this point.
Mate.
I'm willing to bet it's a creative has nothing for you kind of situation.
Oh, that's never a good sign.
Yeah.
Or Matt Riddle broke the one rule you don't break. He didn't pass.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
The rule is you puff, pass.
Yeah.
He didn't pass to Triple H. It's like, really, motherfucker? Really? You're off TV for 6 weeks.
No, you're doing your Triple H wrong. Really? Not gonna hand it over. Well, then we'll see you in 6 weeks.
Merry Christmas, bro.
It's just very strange because he was being booked strong throughout the summer, and then he beat Seth Rollins in a very heated
there you
feud.
go. He was booked strong in the summer. Guess what? Vince was still running shit in the summer. There's your problem.
Next time you come here, make sure you bring some quality bud. And remember, puff, pass. Especially to the King of Kings.
The irony is Triple H is actually technically straight edge when you think about it.
It's hard for me to believe that he's never juiced.
Not in that sense, but as far as alcohol and drugs, he's been clean.
Could be medicinal.
Very true, I guess.
Fair.
I mean, I imbibe for pain.
And right now, a bunch of WWE fans are about to feel pain because Dave Meltzer confirmed today the reports are true and accurate. Coming to Wrestle Kingdom 17, Mercedes Varnado!
Yep.
Who is her opponent? We don't know yet. We're assuming it's going to be the former Kairi Sane.
No, like Kyrie already has a match against Tam Nakano.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
It's IWGP Women's title. I'm pretty sure Mercedes isn't going to be wrestling. She's just going to appear.
Yeah.
Either in the
Never know.
audience or just make an appearance, something like that. Like, I don't expect her to, like, actually have a match.
Yeah, it's all but confirmed, by the way. And for those still holding out hope that she has a WWE contract, nothing has come out that she's been released. That's one. And two, this could be another Shinsuke Nakamura deal where, okay, we're, at this point, Triple H is trying to build another bridge here. Mercedes wants to appear as at Wrestle Kingdom. She can't wrestle, but she could appear. Triple H might go, okay, fine, whatever. You want to wrestle? Fine, whatever.
That. Is she being billed as Sasha Banks or Mercedes Vernado?
Nothing has been officially made, so she is not being advertised at all at this point.
This is Dave Meltzer giving it but when Dave Meltzer is talking about New Japan stuff, you could give it about 95% accuracy rate on that.
Yeah, like everyone's been on this PW Insider, Sean Ross Sapp, and most recently Dave Meltzer. They've all been basically talking about this story, and it just seems all but confirmed at this point that she'll be appearing on that show in some way, shape, or form.
It is only a matter of how, not when.
Yeah, the question I think we need to ask is, we're asking, is she still in contract? If she is billed to appear as Sasha Banks, she's still under contract. If she's billed as Mercedes Vernado, her contract is up.
Or
that's the way I'm looking at it.
A silent deal was broached, and even then, I don't even think it'd be a contract thing. I think it's just Mercedes Vernato's got to do whatever the fuck she wants. What are they gonna do? Fire her?
Yeah. Well, but the reason I'm saying that is that if she's still billed as Sasha Banks, then that means that they're trying that deal is part of the deal is that she's still under contract and she's thus gonna keep that name. But if she goes under her real name of Mercedes Vernado, odds are good that she's been released, because why would WWE allow her to use her real name and blow kayfabe? They would want her to appear as Sasha Banks.
Very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me is going to be the telltale sign: is how is she billed to appear? If she goes under her real name, she's likely been released. If she goes to Sasha Banks, she's likely still under contract.
Someone who we know has been going to be released very soon is Sir William Regal, as Tony Khan did a press conference earlier this weekend, said straight up that he is going to be on his way out, and the reason is so that he can go to NXT and train his son.
It's done. He has asked. Basically, Regal had a 1-year contract with an options for renew for a couple of years. I'm assuming is what the deal was. I don't know, but whatever it was, Regal asked not to renew, and it was accepted. Basically, that little for people saying, "Oh, that promo he had with Tony Khan explaining his actions," oh, that's fucking lame, folks. That's what we're gonna get, and it's closure.
Yeah, it's basically his last will in AEW.
And I think it was handled well there. I mean,
it was.
JC, have Kana murder Rousey and take the SmackDown Women's title. Maybe. Rousey versus Asuka? Yeah, sure. I'll take it.
And since we're on that, fuck you, EC3.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me of that.
You. What the fuck did that asshole do now?
Just after it came out that Regal was leaving, he went on some kind of podcast or something, and he said that
with Vince Russo, mind you, he was on the call with Vince Russo, so
makes even more sense now.
Yeah.
And EC3 said that William Regal said that he immediately regretted signing with AEW.
That's very interesting because today I watched an interview he did with what's his name? Inside the Ropes, Kenny McIntosh.
Yeah.
And this interview was probably from like a few months ago, and he seemed over the moon about being in AEW because to Regal, it felt like the old NXT. Mm-hmm. And he loved like training people, especially with Yuta. And he would say like, Danielson, Yuta, and Claudio would be there super early, and then Mox would come in whenever because he's Mox.
Mm-hmm.
And he just seemed so happy to be there in that interview.
Yeah. So this brought up two things. This, like I mentioned, last night, I mean on Thursday, it was suspect to me for two reasons. One, it's EC3 because with this kind of shit, he is the least reliable source when it comes to this kind of shit. And two, never in all the years that I have read about William Regal and his relationships have I ever heard that he had any kind of close friendship with EC3. At least not close enough for him to disclose that kind of information about him saying he immediately regretted signing with AEW. So, yeah, fuck you for putting that narrative out there. Fuck you.
Thank you, thank you, Shin. You put it. I was having a hard time trying to find a loser, and now I remember why. Thank you.
Yeah, fuck you, fuck you, Ethan Carter III.
And
What a fucking waste of talent, if you ask me. Teed up, continue.
next, we have one of the best matches all year. Almost an hour-long classic between Josh Alexander and Mike Bailey. It went so long that it actually took Impact Wrestling into overtime.
Yep.
I watched it after the fact. They are not kidding. Folks, I don't care what y'all think about Impact. I don't give a shit if you're laughing at TNA. Go and find this match. Now.
The best matches all year and the best match Impact has put on. And someone actually pointed out on Twitter a few weeks ago that apparently 2022 has more high-star matches in all of Impact Wrestling's history.
Exactly. And this match just made my best of year of 2020 even harder, especially Wrestler of the Year.
Like right now, Gibby said we were having this conversation. And he was like, "Oh, the dog collar match is match of the year." I'm like, "Wait, between that and Sheamus and Walter, and that, of course, you add Alexander and Mike Bailey. Jesus Christ, folks, have fun watching those classics.
And now
You're gonna have a hard time picking."
And now Josh is in the running for Champion of the Year. He has been absolutely murdering it since he got the Impact World title.
And Shin and I have been talking about this. We believe that he should break Bobby Roode's record.
He definitely should.
Oh, how long is Bobby's record, by the way?
About 250, something around those.
He could
It's a little
easily
over
do it.
200.
250
He's
days,
almost there.
he could easily do it.
He's almost there.
He should do it.
Let me just get the numbers up officially.
Yep.
I know it's well over 200.
Bobby Roode is at 256 and Josh Alexander at 231.
He could do it.
Yep,
He could absolutely do it. By the way, new result coming in just now. Braun Breaker retains against Apollo Crews to retain the NXT Championship. There we go. So that is deadline. I'll probably be watching that never. Sorry, folks. Continuing.
All right. Next, we have, oh boy. Shin, Matty, it's our favorite time of the week. It's time for the weekend to begin.
Yep. We didn't have a weekend last week.
No, we had.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah, it just went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then just skipped to Monday again.
Bastards.
But now we have our proper weekend because in the shocker of all shockers, Spider-Man lost the multiversal title to Zangief in a squash match.
That's basically what it was. Spider tried. Zangief gave no fucks.
My fighting game boner was reached in this match because
it's Marvel versus Capcom.
Whoever made Zangief, how did they pull off the Siberian blizzard?
Easy, because as I've noted before, Fire Pro Wrestling has a move creator out for the fans to make whatever moves they want, and you can literally do whatever you want, literally.
Right. And when he was first spinning Spider-Man around, I was like, "What's he doing?" And when he got into the air, I'm like, "Oh my God, Russian skies protected! It's the Siberian blizzard!"
And
So basically, this was Vader squashing Antonio Inoki.
This was Brock Lesnar squashing John Cena.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spidey tried, but the red cyclone of Russia was too much for him.
He fucked up Spider-Man.
this is Spider-Man who is just destroyed every opponent before him.
He's had banger after banger in the process.
That's
And
kind of
now
why I was
he's
aiming
using-
for Inoki and Vader, because that was kind of the same vein.
Same vein. Not gonna lie, same vein.
And now Zangief is going to take that belt back to Mother Russia and celebrate with Armika.
Or defend it against Armika. Someone actually suggested that in the comments.
I already put my suggestion down.
What do
I'm
you
gonna
got?
guess
Well, since the Red Cyclone took the belt, it's only fair that a wrestler of a similar caliber take it. I mean, he is the protector of Russia's skies, but can he match up against the mayor of Earth?
Mike Jagger.
Zangief. Zangief versus Mike fucking Hager.
Folks, oh, Jesus Christ. Saturday Night Slam Masters.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Who is the true master of the spinning pile driver?
Oh. Book it, John Blood.
And sorry, go ahead.
But Armika's a good choice, even though she'll be spending most of the time lusting after Zangief. So,
hey, you know what? Death by snoo. It could happen.
Mr. Zangief, your muscles are so big and luxurious. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. In the Street Fighter V story, Shadow Falls, she spent most of the time lusting after
Fucking
Zangief's
Sploosh
muscles.
Town over there is what that was.
Zangief took a shotgun blast to the stomach, no-sold it, and she's like, he's so amazing.
Oh
Sploosh.
my god, he's so fucking cool.
Thank you.
And in the main event, Triple H defeated Mankind to retain the WGGP World Championship in a last man standing match in WWE Day of Reckoning 2.
How? I have my suggestion for that. I said, to end the reign of terror, one must revive an old rivalry. Austin, Triple H, WrestleMania 2000.
Maybe?
Yeah, Trips was put through the ringer in this one. I mean, Mankind was very ready, but he survived somehow.
He did.
Through the power of Val Venus hip swivels, it seems.
Yeah, he was hip swiveling a lot. Hello, Mick.
Either that or was the concussion from getting hit in the head with a sledgehammer. One of those two.
Either
Yeah,
or.
that'll do it.
And now moving on to AEW Dynamite from Austin, Texas.
Good city. Good city.
Yeah.
Texas filled wrestling this week.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff.
We start off with the OC and Kip rivalry continuing. That's my first note here. As we had, the Diamond Battle Royal. And Matt Hardy and the firm still not exactly on the same page.
No. Get out of here.
Yeah, could have fooled me. I thought they were getting along great.
And we got a great spot with Brian Cage and Don Castle and the boys. As he kept on trying to dump Don out, but the boys are always there to save him. That was until Brian Cage said, fuck this, and just threw him out of the ring.
Yeah, he pretty much yeet.
And I hope to God that Jack Perry is okay.
Yeah, he took it a little hard, didn't he?
Yeah, a little bit of a noggin there.
Yep.
Yep.
Also, W. Morrissey has a new name. He is now no longer W. Morrissey. He is now officially Big Bill.
Fuck you, AEW. Going to Big Bill Morrissey's hot cars.
God.
It was the first thing. I was like, Big Bill. It should be Big Bill Morrissey, but no, Big Bill makes sense.
No, if you're gonna go that far, Big Bill Brasky.
Oh no!
Did you say Bill Brasky?
Yo.
Yeah, I know Bill Brasky. I once saw Bill Brasky wrestle Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 2000. Even though Andre was dead, Brasky somehow resurrected him back to life as an unstoppable Frankenstein monster. They went 37 minutes and 300 people died, and it was still the best fucking match in WrestleMania history.
The Bill Brasky!
Bill Brasky.
And speaking of Big Bill, my next note here is the chokeslam tip Jack Perry on the apron. Ouchies.
All of the ow fuck on that one, just saying.
Also, shout out to Captain Sean Dean, salute, for hitting the Rock DDT.
This Captain Sean Dean got some shine.
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's been a while since I've seen someone hit the Rock's DDT that well.
And also, need to remind people, Captain Sean Dean is still undefeated against MJF.
2-0.
Yep.
The only person to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Starks eliminates Ethan Page via Royal Rumble 2000.
Okay, how many of you in the chat will, in the comments on YouTube, in the VOD and all that stuff, how many people will actually get that? I want to know.
I'd be surprised if people don't, because that's a very famous elimination right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Except this one wasn't botched.
No, there was one point where I think somebody did get eliminated. Like somebody went over the ropes, and it was very clear they had technically been eliminated, but didn't get called for it. Like they were hanging solo. There's no way they weren't touching the floor.
Not sure when that would happen. Must have been when I looked away for a second.
Another reason why you couldn't tell is because it was never caught on camera.
Yeah.
Like you could just see in the back of you could see the other side of the ring. And you could see, I think it might have been Ricky Starks, or it could have been somebody else, but they were hanging so low off the rope, and they had gone over, but there was no way their feet weren't touching the floor with how low they were hanging.
Well, regardless, Starks is the winner, but he couldn't celebrate as MJF came out with his Big Burp belt.
Big Burp belt.
Big Burberry belt for those new to the plate. That's what we're calling it now. Big Burp belt.
And Jesus is not a fan of Maxwell.
No.
Jesus loves everybody, but Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Oh, good Lord. Sign of the week is that sign. MJF, the real Judas, and it's Jesus holding the fucking sign.
That Judas may have stabbed me in the back, but at least he had the decency to tell me about it afterwards.
And then the Lord said, love thy neighbor as you would love yourself. Except for Maxwell Jacob Friedman, for he is thine horse's ass.
And of course, we got the MJF promo that we discussed earlier. That was excellent. Then
you should watch it.
And then, of course, we got the Starks rebuttal, which just shows how much he's made for that main event, because there's a lot of people who would have had trouble coming back from all the insults MJF would have thrown at them. But Starks, he did not falter one bit.
No, he did not flinch.
He's had a mixed promo career in AEW, and then not being generous because there were some clunkers in there. But he, when it mattered the most, like this week, he delivered and then some.
Ugh, what's that smell? Ugh.
What?
Sorry, there's a smell wafting into my room. Oh yeah, that's the sound of Ricky Starks cooking MJF on the mic.
Why?
And very few people can do that. Also, I have the note here. Fans are chanting "Shut the fuck up," and Excalibur says, "Stop chanting, Tony."
I remember that, yeah. You, Excalibur, you glorious.
I forgot about that riff.
Also, note about Regal being all sexual about Excalibur. In the interview with Kenny McIntosh, he said he just says whatever comes off the top of his head just to make the announcers smile, because he says he knows that it's very stressful being a commentator, having to keep all those lines and everything straight in your head. So if he can do anything to make the commentary smile, he does it.
Oh, I'm
made
gonna
a running
miss
gag
him.
out of it. We're gonna miss it. We're gonna miss Regal sweet talking Excalibur all day.
You the Fast and Furious pick that's been rolling around.
Yeah.
Anyways, MJF didn't take Stark's comments too lightly and hit him with a good old low blow, but before he could capitalize any further, we got ourselves a good old-fashioned spork from Ricky Starks, or Pretty Ricky as they call him.
Yep. Also, there we go.
Then we got a nice old Darby promo package. And then we got a backstage promo from Mox saying that he'll accompany the BCC to ringside later tonight. So that way there'll be no sports entertainment shenanigans. And he also says that he's proud of Hangman for coming to fight him. He's happy about it.
And he also says that when they fight in the ring, piss will be gargled.
No,
Yes.
he did not.
Yeah, he says he's going to gargle Hangman's piss.
That's what he said.
That did not happen.
Go look it up on YouTube. It's on YouTube. He said
It's on YouTube. I saw it on YouTube. It did not happen.
I had the closed caption up. It said, "I will gargle his piss."
Guys, it's a fucking MJF joke.
Tell it to Mox.
Are you calling Shin a liar? Because he does not know how to lie. He literally can't do it.
Do I have to hit the button again?
Please.
I'll take bull for 200.
Thank you.
And you've hit the other Wrestle-Cast Daily Double.
Now you're $2,000 away from the lead, but you can bet up to $10,000.
Anyways, next we have Darby Allin versus Samoa Joe, and oh boy, this is quite a squash match as well. Jesus.
Yeah, Joe beat the shit out of him.
He did.
And my note here of the biggest note of the match here is Darby Allin's missed dive into the barricade. Ow, fuck.
Oh, God, yes.
Total ow, fuck.
And it's not just a misdive. It's a classic Samoa Joe nope walk off misdive.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I love that gimmick of Joe's where, when someone goes for like a high flying move and he literally just he just walks away. He's just like, why the fuck should I stand there and let you hit me? Fuck off.
Yep, I was definitely getting some mid 2000s TNA flashbacks because if you didn't watch Joe back then, Joe was murdering the entire X division. He was, and this was that Joe. This was the psychotic Samoan submission machine who just beats the shit out of people and wears their blood on his towel like a trophy.
Yeah, that was the only thing missing was the bloody towel, which, if he brings that back, that would be a nice touch. But yeah, he did pick up the victory with the Coquina clutch, with the referee having to stop the match because Darby just wouldn't quit himself. And just to add more points to that, after the match, Darby wanted to fight some more, and Joe's like, well, you want us to keep fighting? Okay, cool. And he drops him onto the skateboard with a muscle buster, trucks up.
Yep.
Trucks up, ow, fuck. Yeah.
And it's only after that Wardlow came out to save him. Like, couldn't you have come out here like 30 seconds earlier and saved him from a broken back? No? Okay.
He was too busy reconnecting with Jake backstage.
Yeah, they're trying to see if they were trying to see if the hat would fit.
Yeah. But he doesn't. But Wardlow does agree that Jake looks great in that hat.
And he likes that hat.
Yeah, we all
Indeed,
like
he
that.
does.
On this week's BTE, they showed footage of last week's show, and there was a whole section of the crowd wearing that purple hat.
Why am I not surprised?
God.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
hat
Championships
is
and hats, yeah.
Yeah, the hat is over, and also the hat has just recently been signed to AEW, according to their official Twitter account.
Fucking trolls. I love it.
Then we got a backstage promo with Orange Cassidy and Kip Sabian, where Kip wants an All-Atlantic title match, but he will not wrestle in the match because he is, quote-unquote, not medically cleared, so he'll find a replacement for OC, and we'll be discussing that later on tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a promo package for Jericho and Claudio for the match we discussed earlier, and then Jake Hager made his entrance with, literally, this is what it says here, Jake Hager with his hat on the lower third.
Yeah.
They are milking this gimmick for every penny it's worth.
It's the new funny lower third with Hangman. You know, Hangman would have a different a different lower third comment. The hat is the new gimmick now. All hail the purple hat.
And early on in the match, Jake Hager gave Claudio the hat to join the JS, and Claudio teased the hat for a few seconds before just throwing it away.
No, not throwing it away. Kicked it like a soccer ball.
Like a beach ball.
There you go, Matty. Thank you.
See, I was thinking the same thing on Wednesday. Now give him a beach ball so he could wreck it.
And then he got in the ring and asked and whispered in Jake's ear, hey, Jake. What color do you want?
Prince
match
Pretty
will-
and the Prince Pretty over there going, hello darkness, my old friend.
Yes, the party returned this week.
I forgot to watch. Fuck.
I know Shin watched.
I did, and best part was when Creed got a color change +4 and gave it to Swiss, and he's like, "Hey Swiss, what color do you want?" Oops, and just picked the color before Swiss could even answer.
I have to ask, did he chugs it up at any point?
In the first video, he kind of chugs it up, but he brought it back in the second video.
All right.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
Please tell me it's on YouTube.
they got a whole channel, The Party. Look it up.
Thank you.
I'm just glad they're back together because the memes I see flowing around whenever they do a game is always gangbusters. Love those guys. And moving on, Claudio and Wheeler win via Noggin Knocker uppercut combo. And then we got what I was hoping to be promo of the week, but I can understand the choice. I mean, it can be hard to choose these weeks. But Regal's promo here, because Tony Schiavone, during commentary of the match, said he had something he had to show to the Blackpool Combat Club. That was very important.
Yeah.
And then he got on the mic. He said, please direct your attention towards the screen. I recorded this with William Regal a couple weeks ago before the attack happened. And it basically felt like a eulogy.
Yeah, it was his last will in AEW.
And oh boy, it actually felt a little emotional, I gotta say.
I love that line. It's like, gentlemen, it's been emotional. Jay Hunter and V1 going, ha!
And Q, Fast and Furious pick, and him and with Regal saying, "You really think I wouldn't you wouldn't think I would leave without saying goodbye? You delicious peanut butter cup, you man in a mask." It's been a long day.
And then Mox has this promo where he psychs up the Blackpool Combat Club and tells them that their rivalry with the JAS ends this Saturday, which, from the looks of the results, seems to be true.
Yeah, if that shit isn't over after tonight, fuck off. I'm done with this shit.
We all are,
done
bud.
with this feud. Move them on to other people.
And the one thing I really liked about this was Mox didn't even acknowledge it after Regal was done. He just kind of moved on to other business. But Regal said in his promo that Moxley would understand his motives once he heard it. And I think this was Moxley acknowledging what Regal did when he turned on the Blackpool Combat Club, because he was leaving, and he just wanted to make his leaving a little bit easier for them. And he's like, Moxley will understand. And Moxley understood by psyching up the BCC, and it helped because, well, what happened tonight on Final Battle?
Asses got stretched and swung.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we have a promo from the House of
Black.
House of Black.
Challenging anyone to a fight next week. And on Rampage, it looks like they got their answer. Following that, we had a Jamie Hayter promo saying that the winner of the Regina de Wave Championship match that was held yesterday would be the new number one contender. And then we got the baddies, that being Jade Cargill and her team, taken in a good old-fashioned tag team match. And I have to note, a great shin kick from Sky to Gray.
Oh, absolutely.
And of course,
Sky is growing on me.
Yep, and Kiera Hogan wasn't going to eat that pin, so she tagged out to Madison Rain real quick in that trios match. And as soon as Madison Rain came in, boom, jaded. It's almost like she saw it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, and Jade, of course, is now 4-3-0.
Still teasing that red velvet a turn on the rest of the baddies.
Maybe.
Because you can see it in her face. She was looking a little heated.
Maybe she wants that belt.
Maybe.
Man,
I
but
mean, she was Jay's first real opponent in AEW. That
Yep,
don't
in
go
that
away.
tag team match.
Yep, that didn't go away.
Old scars, they don't tend to heal.
not easily
then-
anyway.
And then we got a backstage promo with Saraya, but then out came Britt. And now we're getting Baker and Hayter versus Saraya in a mystery partner in January.
The Los Angeles show.
This is going to be a big deal. It better be a big deal. Because if they're gonna hype it up this much and build it up this much all the way into January, it better be somebody big. It can't be in a returning face. It has to be somebody new, somebody big.
And let the speculations begin.
This better not turn into another Satnam Singh situation, Tony. No, just no.
You got lucky with Satnam Singh.
Satnam Singh just knows how to pull off a fucking suit. That's all. That's good.
Hey, he pulls off a fucking suit, and when it counts, he's clutch.
Yeah.
Next note here, Jesus approves of scissoring.
Yeah.
And then the Lord saith to his people, Come unto ye, and extend thy fingers, so we may scissoreth together in the eyes of the Lord. And it was good. Bowens, chapter 13, verse ass.
Yeah, it was those who want to wear the match we're at. See, it's the Acclaimed versus FTR AEW World Tag Team title match in the main event, and Team Lethal was watching backstage. Also, here's some good news for you Canadians. AEW will be debuting in Winnipeg Tuesday, March 14th.
Have fun, Winnipeg.
Oh, Jericho's gonna get such a pop when he shows up there.
As well as Kenny Omega
Yeah.
and Don Callis, because they're all from Winnipeg.
Yes, sir. Winnipeg, the town of champions.
Shut up,
Oh.
Don.
I also love in this match. I love the double sharpshooter spot from the Acclaimed.
Yeah, I think this match just really, if you still don't believe that the Acclaimed are a great tag team, then you need your fucking eyes checked, because they are a legitimately great tag team.
They are somebody who has worked. Like, there are people who are good on the mic. There are people who are good in the ring. And then there are those special few that can do both. The Acclaim have proven they can do both.
Not easy to do. Also, props to Max for taking a catapult into the other side of the ring.
Yeah.
Another great spot was Max kicking out of the spike what shin? The spike what?
The Spike Pile Driver.
Thank you.
Best wrestling move in the world. Spike Pile Driver.
Spy pile driver.
And despite taking all that abuse, Max Caster pins Cash with a Rana after taking several lariats and even a power bomb. What an ending.
And FTR definitely respecting them, and even after the guns, because that's what happens next. The ass boys show up to drop the
And
big bomb
drop the
shell.
bomb of the double dog collar match. Double dog damn.
Then FTR and the Acclaimed give the people what they want.
You gotta
I
give the
don't
people
mean
what they want.
Yep.
Scissor me, FTR ass.
Then we'll move on to AEW Rampage, where we had Mox defeating Konosuke Takeshita in a match that you could call physical in a word.
Yeah. Physical is a good
Konosuke
word, yeah.
Konosuke Takeshita keeps amazing me every time I fucking see this man. Good fucking Christ. I see why he got picked up by AEW. That man is a talent, and he is going to be a future champion.
Thank you, Kenny Omega.
And
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people saying this, and you know what? I'm in agreement with them. Konosuke Takeshita, BCC, make it happen.
Oh, fuck yeah. I would totally buy it. I would totally believe him joining the BCC.
With all the with the experience of Moxley and Swiss and the technical expertise of Brian and the sheer marvelry that is Wheeler Yuta, and combined with his immense potential, Jesus Christ, what they could make out of him if he joins the BCC.
Oh, good God. He'd be unstoppable.
Like, he's already an uncut. He's already a gem. They will polish his ass until he shines.
Yeah, like
Sally and I, he came into the call a little later on Friday, and we were bigging up the fact that he got signed. As Tony Khan came up with the right deal, or to Konosuke wanted to wrestle in the States some more. Either way, fucking solid pickup. If he joins the BCC. Oh Lord, the ceiling is high. The limit.
Mm-hmm.
The limit is in the sky.
Yep.
And someone who was also without limits is Hangman, who walked out to the ring and said, "You know, the doctor won't clear me because my brain's broken. So at least I have an excuse for why I'm about to do this."
But
That was a brilliant one-liner from friggin' Paige. And he was just
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know I'm not clear to wrestle. That also means my head's not on right, so I don't give a fuck. Come on, bitch.
And so they had more fighting, and oh boy, this rivalry is really starting to heat up.
pay-per-view money right there, bud.
Yeah,
Get that
my guess
money.
is he is clear to wrestle, but they're playing up the storyline.
Yeah.
Oh yes. If he was not clear, they would not let him get anywhere near that physical at all. He wouldn't even be on TV.
He wouldn't even be close to the ramp, much less the ring.
And then we got another excellent back promo vignette for Powerhouse Hobbs, showing his life on the street.
So Debo again.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's starting to give me those vibes again.
Yo, here come Will Hobbs. Who?
Will Hobbs.
Dun, 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 dun.
And then we got
JC, I hope Heyman makes Mox finally take his vacation. I think that.
Please. Man
Then we
needs
got-
a fucking break.
Then we got a backstage promo from Big Stokes.
Stokes.
Talking about conspiracy against the firm, especially Lee Moriarty.
And of course, and cut. All right, baby girl, where are we going?
I still got some of that MJF money on me.
Saying so, you're saying there's a conspiracy?
C-O-N conspiracy.
Thank you.
Get well soon, R-Truth.
Yep. Miss you already, buddy.
And then we have Sheeta defeating the Bunny to retain the Virginia Wave Championship in one hell of a match. Bunny tried to use all sorts of dirty tactics, but nothing could compare to Sheeta's katana.
Phrasing?
I don't think there is. That's the name of her finisher.
Fair.
Yeah, no, I'm not calling phrasing on this one.
And then Hayter
Right,
appeared
right.
on the ramp to do a little bit of taunting. So now we have our next women's world title match. Hayter makes her first defense against Sheeta.
Gonna slap.
Oh, absolutely.
Then we got an Athena versus Mercedes promo package for the match that happened earlier this night. And then we got Lee Moriarty and Big Bill defeating a group of people who I will just refer to as future recipients of the morgue.
So wait a minute. So Big Bill was in this match?
Big Bill Morrissey.
Brasky.
Did
Actually,
somebody say Big Bill Brasky?
no.
We don't need to go through the whole skit again.
If we're gonna do this, forget Brasky. We gotta do Big Bill Morrissey.
Someone say something about Big Bill Morrissey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Morrissey goes about 15 feet, 1,000 pounds, and he can take a shotgun blast standing from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
To Big Bill Morrissey.
Big Bill Morrissey.
Big Bill Morrissey.
One person.
Wait. 15 feet tall? But I thought Enzo Amore said he was 7 feet tall.
And you can't teach that.
He's that.
He's about 20 feet tall, if you want to be honest. But he likes to lie on his driver's license.
I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there.
And then we got FTR backstage promo talking about their upcoming match with the Briscoes. That was quite good from what I hear. It's from what I heard, it's all right. It's
you should watch it, T-Dub. Seriously.
Yep. And House of Black got their challengers, as the people who answered their call was Eddie Kingston and Ortiz.
Which means they're probably going to need to find a third, because it's likely going to be a 6-man.
Well, Santana's still injured, and even if he wasn't, he's not in the best of graces with Kingston and Ortiz at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Proud and powerful, they're done. Although, I got an important question concerning the next podcast, Matty.
Sure.
Sorry. Hello, sir. How may I help you?
I think we need to cook a House of Black Aki way.
Sure.
There you go, yeah.
First, we take Malachi back and put him on the grill. Then we take Buddy Matthews and put him on the grill. Then we season them up. Then we cover them in cheddar cheese. Then we put Sammy Guevara in the trash because that's where he belongs. Then we toast it all up. Then we bring in Big Bill Morrissey and have him bring in some liquor and pour it on all of it. Then we wrap it up in butcher paper. And the result is OMG.
Hey, never forget the Bev.
Never, never, never.
Hold up. You got Malachi and Buddy Matthews, but where's Brody King on all this?
Oh, I forgot. Brody King. You got to toast him up with the bread. And then cover him in bacon.
And of course, if you want something a little sweeter, you can throw a little Julia Hart there as well.
Yeah.
With a handful of bootios.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
My next note here simply reads Danhausen rules.
Yeah, pretty much. Stinger, by the way, just saying.
Then we got a Shane Taylor Promotions video package, hyping up the tag team match that happened earlier tonight. And then the mystery opponent was revealed for Orange Cassidy. It is former NXT UK Tag Team Champion, Trent motherfucking Seven!
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't see him in the past, so I didn't know who he was offhand, but I got to learn who he was on Friday night, that's for fucking sure.
1/3 of British Strong Style.
1/3 British Strong Style, 1/2 of Mustache Mountain, and 100% of pure, unadulterated rage. British rage.
Long story short, if he's going after the pure title, shut the fuck up and take my money for the next pay-per-view.
And it was noted that earlier today, he is all elite.
Let's go. Welcome to the family, Trent Seven.
Although he could easily be transitioned over to Ring of Honor.
Either one's good.
Hey, yeah. I'm not complaining. Are you?
Yeah, and him and OC had a great match. I just love the opening seconds of this match where chopped OC. OC reacts by giving Bryce Remsburg sunglasses and then going, "Oh, fuck!"
Bryce, and it's like, fuck, that hurt. Okay, I'm good. Whatever.
And the chops did not stop there because Trent Seven had a whole plate full of chops for him.
Nothing but chops.
Yep.
And at one point, Penelope Ford, who was in the corner of Trent Seven alongside Kip Sabian, was chased out of the arena, and she brought back with her the Butcher and the Blade, who took out the Best Friends.
Tyler Bate, Kira's asking here, Kira Crystal in the chat. Is Tyler Bate still in contract with the Fed? Yes, he is. He's one of the few contracts that WWE retained.
Yeah, he's currently in the NXT promotion.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just when it comes to British Strong Style, you got Butch on SmackDown, Tyler Bate on NXT, and Trent Seven on AEW.
British Strong Style represented all across the board.
Especially by Butch.
Yep.
You want me to bloody toss you in the bloody bin, do ya?
So OC defeats Seven, and then Kip attacks OC after the match, but who would make the save but the man retiring next year, Dustin Rhodes?
Yeah, so Dustin Rhodes, Kip Sabian, OC. The All-Atlantic Championship division is looking pretty solid, actually.
You know what? If you want to, a lot of people have been suggesting this, and I saw it online. And after thinking about it, I agree with this idea. Since it's the last year, let him go over to NWA, take that belt off Tyrus. Just give him one good run with the NWA title before Dustin hangs it up.
And add some dignity back to that belt.
Please.
Please.
Had Matt Cardona right fucking there. Picks fucking Tyrus. Oh, because he's a good wrestler. Billy, he's not a good... Yeah, athletic ability, my ass. My ass.
And this is the same guy who had the gall to say there aren't enough good independent female wrestlers to put on another pay-per-view, but like somehow they don't fit your requirements, but Tyrus does.
Hey, John, hit the pen teller button again.
I'll take bull for 200.
Wait.
I'll take Billy Corgan is full of shit for 2,000, Alex. Jesus. Anyway.
That's all the news I have for the week. Unless either of you have anything.
I think we ran the gamut here. We covered the news over the NXT TakeOver thing. That's not a takeover. It's just called Deadline. I got nothing. Anybody else?
Not good.
Let's do winners and losers, boys.
Well, for me, gotta keep it simple on this one. I mean, you guys, I know I didn't follow this news, but you guys brought it up earlier, and there's nothing else for me to pick on. So yeah, fuck it, EC3. Gonna run his fucking mouth like that, for fuck's sake. Just shut the fuck up, dude. You lost, all right? You had the potential, but now you've squandered it by being a fucking moron. Go rot in obscurity forever.
Shin.
You already know who's going to be a D-cell. There was only one person who could be on the D-cell, and Shade's already mentioned him. I already mentioned him, but I'm going to say it again because it bears repeating. Ethan Carter III. It's not Enigma. It's not that he jumped to the conclusions. He brought out the narrative that Regal was unhappy with being in AEW when there was a lot of evidence to the contrary. I'm like, who are you to William Regal that you could say this shit? I mean, I know who are friends with William Regal: Moxley, Bryan, Swiss, Utes. Let's
Triple H.
Triple H. Finley. I know they're still close. There's a whole bunch of other people who are close to him. You were not one of them, and for you to go out there during this time period just to make a name for yourself and put that narrative out when we all now know it was very much bullshit. Seriously, control your narrative, deserve to die, and your career needs to die with it, because if this is what you're doing, fuck you. The wrestler doesn't need you.
By the way, Enigma, why was anyone taking EC3 seriously? Because there are marks out there. Also, the press all they did was saying that EC3 was being a fucking idiot, and everyone fucking ran with it.
Yeah, you know what it is? You know what EC3 is? He's a clout chaser.
Yep.
No one ever follow a clout chaser.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And as for my losers, this is going to surprise you, but unfortunately, I can't give them a pass on this. AEW. The reason?
Really?
How can you not have anything for Miro?
Thank you.
It was revealed earlier this week that Miro is very healthy. It's just that creative has nothing for him.
The Pagans are fucking back, for fuck's sake.
You could do so much with Miro. Have him go after the FTW title. Give Hook his first loss. Have him go after Joe. Have him go after Hobbs. Have him go after the Firm.
The Pagans are there, right there, begging for it.
He still has unfinished business with the House of Pagans. And you're telling me you don't have anything for him? He's wrestled 4 times this year. 4! How can you have this man not be on your programming? Have him just cut promos. The guy cuts promos like high quality cheese. It's all good. So Tony, find someone to help you with the writing and the booking. Get Miro on TV. Because I want to see more Miro next year in 2023. You cocked him up this year. Do something with him. Just do something.
Don't worry, Shin. You'll see plenty of Miro in the upcoming AEW video game Fight Forever.
See him on Dynamite every week.
And Nick wants to know where Hook is. Well, at the very least, they're still doing video packages for Hook.
They're still trying to keep Hook relevant.
There's been nothing of Miro since All Out, and that was back in September.
Yeah.
It's just really it is disappointing to have all that talent with Miro, and they're not doing anything with it. It's one thing if he's just not on TV every single week because the roster is so bloated. I would understand that if he's just every couple of weeks he's not on TV. Okay, that's fine. I wish he was, but that'd be fun. But it's been months now.
Yeah. At least had him come.
He's healthy. He can wrestle, and the House of Black are back.
What the very least,
fuck are you doing?
Can you at least have him squash jobbers on Dark and Elevation every now and again?
Yeah.
Would that be too much?
Something.
Do something.
Yeah.
Do something.
Thank you, Matty.
Spaceballs. Come on, dude. Come on.
Well, that's it for me.
T-Dub.
Among the listeners is anyone who will not be watching Josh Alexander versus Mike Bailey because that's an instant classic. CJ, Shin, and I were marking out every second of it.
I don't blame you. Usually you guys are cheddarheads, and I can only imagine you guys just shutting up and watching that match.
We were not shutting up. We were like, holy shit, he did the thing, and then they did the thing, and then the thing!
On brand. As for me, only one loser, EC3, because everyone and their mother is calling bullshit on EC3. Control your narrative. Do we need to explain why he is a fucking idiot now? And at this point, it's a lol cow. No. He believes his own brand. He's sniffing his own brand. It ain't any. He's not there anymore, folks. Get him off the steroids. Winners.
Right? His brain is gone to mush, unfortunately.
Pandemic has some weird things. Let's do winners.
Yeah, as far as winners go, obviously I think we got to give a big winner to Ring of Honor for putting on a hell of a pay-per-view and showing that after everything they've been through, they ain't near dead yet. They got themselves back on their feet, and hopefully this new streaming deal will at least set the stage for a future TV deal. They're getting there. They are getting there, and with the matches they got tonight, I think they'll be just fine. Of course, AEW is always... Actually, I do want to give a specific winner to FTR and the Briscoes for a hell of a tag team double dog collar match. That shit is a match of the year contender. As we've said, definitely give it up for that. That's my winners this week.
Shin.
A lot of winners this week. AEW, I'm going to give them winner for that great Dynamite with a lot of good stuff, especially that promo battle between Starks and MJF, a thing of beauty. Dynamite has sounded Rampage sounded really good, especially with the debut of Trent Seven. ROH, final battle. What more can be said? It had a bad build. It had a weak build up, but an excellent finish. Something you should go out and watch. If not for anything, that double dog collar match. Watch that shit. Two non-wrestlers. I'm gonna give a winner to the Elden Ring boy.
Oh my god, that whole thing! My god.
Yeah.
For getting on stage and raining on Elden Ring's parade. Also, apparently, I didn't know that that Bill Clinton is Jewish now and a rabbi. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we have this generation's Kanye interrupting Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but this one's actually funny.
Yeah.
And a posthumous winner goes to even though it happened a good year ago, it was announced this week on Max's YouTube channel that Benny, the dog of hype, has sadly passed away. Anybody who has followed Maximilian Dude knows that that little Pomeranian was like one of his best friends. That dog helped make Yo Video Games what it is today, and helped make him a massive figurehead in not just the FGC but gaming in general. Like Max said that he was diagnosed with renal failure like before JJ started getting pregnant, so he didn't have a lot of time. They gave him a year. He lasted 3. And he said that Benny lasted like he was alive for the first year and a half of Ripley's life. So he had that time with him, and it's not going to be the same without Benny. Like, everybody loved that dog. I love that dog. That
He was always a cute doggo.
and all the skits they did in Assist Me were just, especially when he fought the Predator. Yeah, they were doing an Assist Me for for Predator and MK11. I mean MKX, and the boys were basically reenacting all the major scenes from Predator. And the Predator tried to attack the boys, and Benny went out there and attacked them. And Kenny pulled out his phone. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna put this on World Star," and he actually put it on World Star because I looked it up. It was on World Star. So like, yeah, Benny out here fighting the Predator. World Star, baby, World Star.
God damn it, Kenny.
Yeah, so that it and it really hurts because when I think back on it, Max started first playing Ragnarok like last week, and one of the first scenes was Atreus having to say goodbye to his dog, Fenrir, who died in his arms, and I'm like,
that
I'm
touched
like,
a nerve.
and I'm like, and now that I have a context for that, and seeing that Benny's already dead, how hard must have been that for Max to just say goodbye to a pet like that. So for you, Benny, the dog of hype, one of the greatest characters in the FGC, this bud's for you. Thank you.
T-Dub.
Well, that was quite emotional. Gave my winners the wide world of pro wrestling. Everyone did their damnedest this week, as well as the world of animation, because this week we got back-to-back bangers in the world of animation.
Oh, yeah.
First, we got the finale of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with the final episode of Stone Ocean. And then last night, we got Dragon Age Absolution, which is one of the best video game adaptations I've ever seen. Like, holy shit, they did it justice there. Fucking hell. We got dark fantasy. We got the drama. We got the comedy. We got the fucking game. This show was fucking phenomenal.
That's it?
That's it.
I thought you had a long list there for a second. Winners, AEW, pretty good week. Ring of Honor for all the obvious reasons. FTR versus Briscoes for the obvious reasons. Claudio Castagnoli for the obvious reasons. Starks and MJF for the obvious reasons. Joe versus Darby for the obvious reasons. That's gonna do it. So before we do, we got some plugs to do.
Indeed. Starting things off on my end. As you guys have heard in the past, I have my manga dubs that I'm working on right now. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not part of this particular series, but there is a new series that has debuted as part of Lab 316 called Kare Kare. If you want a little more action in your YouTube mangas, you might want to check this one out. It's got the comedy, it's got the drama, it's got a little bit of action too, so might be worth checking out. But otherwise, all the other channels I'm in, check my YouTube channel, where you can find a playlist of all of the shows I voiced for, and actually just did debut on a new series called Viral Text. You've probably seen channels like Apple Text floating around where it's a whole story told in text messages. Yeah, that channel's bullshit and actually shouldn't exist. Trust me. And we're the real deal. So go check us out and give us some love on that one. And of course, good love to all my fellow VAs on that as well.
Jen?
Oh, you already know what it is, because you know what it is. Max Corn on YouTube. Still waiting for the new books to drop from Privateer Press. Hurry up, guys. I need to start making videos again. But until then, I'm still working on the first episode of Marvel Champions, a collecting the LCG game from Fantasy Flight Games. Love that company. Got a lot of their products littered around my room in various stages of me playing them. So hit me up on there. Also, hit me up on Twitter at #ShinTigerCurl. Also, if you want to help me out and get me some extra cash for the holidays, you can hit me up on paypal.com/ShinTigerCurl or Cash App at $ShinTigerCurl. Help me out so I can buy my nephew some booster packs for the new One Piece game, because we're going to need them. This game's awesome.
And he gonna learn, right?
They all gonna learn. They gonna learn. They're gonna learn what a card game look like today.
T-Dub.
As for me, my latest video is a review of Miles Morales on PlayStation 5 and why it's my favorite superhero game of all time.
Oh,
period.
that good?
End of story. Nothing comes close.
Wow. Okay.
So watch that video and watch me give it the praise that it deserves and has earned. It is absolutely amazing.
Fair enough.
And I'd like to note that in this year, I have finished Spider-Man on PlayStation 4, Spider-Man on PlayStation 5, Miles Morales on PlayStation 5 3 times, in the span that takes Matty to still not finish Spider-Man on PS4.
It's one of those, when I have the time to do it, I do it. It's still fun. I'm not going to deny that.
Spider-Man does whatever Spider-Man does a podcast, then he'll sleep, then he'll wake up and riff some Toku. Watch out, here comes the Spider-Man.
I'm not gonna lie. One of my dream cosplays is Spider-Gwen and a Spider-Man costume. So there's that.
Nice.
So it's in the Muggo cosplay. As far as I'm concerned, you already heard the Shintigercurl plug-in stuff. And of course, if you want to see the next video a little early for TWK, Patreon.com/TWK reviews. I have my tip jar, PayPal that I made /Matty Jay 316. Donations are obviously optional, but always appreciated. We have our Twitter at Matty Jay 316, at TWK official, at Shintigercurl, and at the Shades. And if you follow at the Shades AT, he plugs the morning manga update. So if you want to follow the Shades' career, you could do it right over there. It's right there. You could do it.
Indeed.
Email it's Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. If you want some comments and a couple of questions, go right ahead. And we will read them if we have the time. And obviously we went to overtime, but hey, we're off for the next couple of weeks. The next show is the best and worst of New Year's special. And we will, I will have time. I'm going to have fun making that list, especially after winter is coming. Cause fun times. You know, it's funny. I couldn't make the Rift Zone call on Thursday because we were doing a Zoom meeting and people were playing Mario Party on the Switch on Nintendo Switch Online. Some poor sucker bought it before GoldenEye got available, so there's that. But some people were Mario Party 64 virgins, and I will repeat what was said on that on the Discord chat. They were learning. They have learned. They gonna learn. They were learning. It was glorious. Someone who was actually a pro said, "Wear something. Wear some tape. Wear some gloves. Trust me." We had Scotch tape. They had Scotch tape. Obviously, I just sat back and went, "No, I'm good. I'm good. I do not need to find out. I have found out." By the way, one of them is hyped for the GoldenEye release on N64, expand on the Switch expansion pack and all that stuff. She has already said no odd job.
Oh, sounds like
Good,
she knows.
Smart.
But when it comes to Nintendo updates, Nick, if we ever play Mario Kart again, blue shells and bullet bills only.
Dick.
That being said, yeah, we're stretching it a little bit because it's our last show before the end of the year. So we're going to do that. The next show, as I mentioned, is December 31st. We're off next week, and obviously we're off on Christmas Eve because I ain't fucking working Christmas Eve, and neither should you. Enjoy your time with your families. We will be back on New Year's Eve talking up the best and worst of 2022. Looking very much forward to that. Until then, that's going to do it for everybody. So on behalf of everybody here, including the Shades.
On the Shades, and we'll see you guys next time. Rock on!
I think in name I had a little bit of the flashback. Blue Shells only. Jesus Christ.
Oh, there's a reminder for him.
Oh.
Fun times. Good memories.
Mario Kart Wii. Hey, and you remember that bit, huh?
Mario Kart Wii. We will never forget.
And of course, Shintigercurl. TWK.
I'm a spaceman, got a rocket on my back, and universe is down for my rave attack.
My name's Matty Jay, remind you to help professional wrestling My name's Matty Jay, remind you to help professional wrestling support independent promotion as soon as possible. I'm back here tomorrow on Twitch for Toka Riffs Live. It's coming close. I'm gonna stop now until I'm tripping up. I'm gonna say, have a good one, have a safe one. We will talk to you. I'll talk to you tomorrow on Toka Riffs, and we will see you on this show on December 31st. Merry Christmas, everybody. Not really. Have a good one. Have a safe one. Please be safe, and if you're drinking on Christmas, don't drive. You fucking idiots. Have a good one. Have a good one.
Oh, great, cool. Okay, let's, can we get started, please?
Oh, don't think I don't notice the absence of your costumed pest. Where is he? Under the ring?
All right. I think we've heard enough talk.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's right.
Well,
what?
Look like there's been enough talk.
Oh, you're going to do my line. You can do my line. Go ahead.
It's not your line.
My line. Go ahead.
It's time for the main event.